Hello and welcome to this Warno 1v1 game between yours truly, playing the 7th East German, and I'm going up against tmanplays on 31st Soviet. So I've got a guide out on 7th East German. Channel members get it early because I like money, or you can just be patient. It'll be linked in the description. Yeah, Vertigo, the red side is way, way better because Boris, very easy to defend. You just put guys up here, you've got this nice fallback forest, you can sit here, right? And Anna, very, very difficult to defend because from Boris, you can put an ATGM in there, and I just can't use this road anymore, so that's cool. And and then there's no hill here, right? It's just a big open field, so I'm at a pretty big disadvantage in the map. In terms of the divisions, 31st Soviet is a lot better than 7th East German. It gets the Streltsy, which are pretty nice. Although I get Mortschützen. The main thing is the T-72s I get are very mediocre, whereas the T-72s he gets have 2,800 meters range. Not all of them, right? But something like this has 17 armor. I've only got one card of things with 17 armor, the rest all have less. So his T-72s are better, and he gets the 2,800 meter range ATGMs. The really big thing he gets, which is super, super, super good on this map, is the Prima, and that is a cluster grad, and it's better than a regular grad in terms of like it's better than a grad because it carries more rockets. It's better than a grad because it's also cluster. So basically, he can just cluster here over and over and over again and just kill all my stuff. So pretty one-sided matchup. Looking at the deployments, he's not put anybody anywhere over here. He's just conga lining straight to Anna, basically. So he's got a recon healer, two Motrez Vedka and BMP 1Ps. And then behind that, he's got three 2-vet T-72As. Because, yeah, you can bring his tanks at a higher veterancy than me as well, because his slot costs on the tanks are cheaper. And yeah, this is a CV, which is buffing him up to 3-vet, right? And then he's got two Cubs behind that, a Jess Sturker. So these are decent against helos. Against an Apache, it tends to lose, but against other helos, it wins. Two Cubs, two Streltsy, mortar for smoke, and his smoke mortars go 6 kilometers for whatever reason. There's just one 82mm mortar in the game that just goes way further than all the other ones, and that's the one they get. And the Conkers and some supply. Switch into my deployment. My plan is, so one advantage, basically the only advantage I have over him, is that I get airborne forward deployment in the form of the Spezialaufklärer. So my plan is to take center and Dmitry and mid, and then just hold on to Anna for dear life for as long as I can. It really is just a matter of time. I mean, it's such an exposed position, especially when you compare it to his with this lovely, lovely hill here, right? It's a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. So we got Spezialaufklärer, one for center, one for Dmitry, one for mid, and one for over here, the right of Anna. Recon Helo to see what's going on in mid, to see if this will get there, and so on. Mortschützen for the left, and yeah, two 35-point CVs. Mine are 35, his are 40 because mine's slower. And yeah, one's going to Dmitry center, one's going Ivan Anna. And then we've got two Iglas, right? One for mid, one for the left. A Cub for mid, and a BMP-1 for the left. And then on the right, like this is basically where I'm expecting him to attack, because it's obviously the weakest point on the map, and it happens to be my problem. So that's where most of my guys are. So T-55As, two Mortschützen, a grenade launcher, a Conkers, an Igla, the CV, of course, and a supply. So let's cast the game. Right, so we're off, and it's time for me to thank the generous channel joiners, generously joining the channel. They get their names on the screen, they get the videos early, they get members exclusive videos. One join at the lowest level is worth 2,000 views in ad revenue equivalents. So if you're feeling bad about your ad block, it's a great way to support the channel. Otherwise, please just like the video, it's free. You know, you can share it around and stuff if you've got any friends. I don't. Sadly, becoming the world #1 Warno player makes a lot of people fall out with you. They do crazy things like they say GG and then they just get up and walk away from the computer screen instead of surrendering. Thankfully, I don't know anybody like that. So both of us have seen each other's opener. the Mi-2 Recon, obviously this is the Soviet variant, they are the same. It's just, this has a DDR flag painted on it, and this presumably has a hammer and sickle or something. No, it has the red star. So we know what's coming, right? I was quite surprised by his decision to not bring anything wheeled here. I could have technically ran this straight up into there and got in, and then immediately died, so I guess it wouldn't have really helped. But I could have done that, right? And yeah, so we're in mid, we're on the left and the right. He buys a fighter first tick to take me out, which I don't really think is a good idea because he loses a lot of momentum that way. So I miss him with the Cub, I miss him with the Igla. So that's a bit unfortunate, really. You'd expect at least one hit, and then I miss him again. So we're up to 3 misses now, right? And then fire the Conkers at him, right? He smokes that, I think. So that's... no, I miss and then he smokes, so that's 4 misses now. And then I shoot the Igler at him, and that's 5 misses in a row. And yeah, so he smokes that, so we could call it 6. So at this point, he has a 100% accuracy rate, and I have a 0% accuracy rate. But his luck finally runs out here, and I get my first hit of the game after shooting at him at about 10 times. So that was pretty cool. I can't say I was particularly thrilled about that. It's a fun way to start off the adventure. So he's smoking me, so that he can get in, I guess. But that actually helps me a lot more than it helps him, because the T-55As are better at close range, right? And the Mott Schutzen are pretty decent. You know, the Streltsy are slightly better, but they cost slightly more. So yeah, he passes the Conkers and the T-55s, and he gets shot there, and he dies in the transport. So, you know, we didn't miss that time, right? So it does, over the course of a game, it does even itself out. It's, but yeah, I've been spotted here. Thing is, I can't use this road to resupply my guys because he can just shoot me from his zone. So that's obviously retarded, but, you know, why fix that when you can release 30 more divisions? So trying to get some ATGMs up in here. The idea is that I'm pretty sure he's coming down here, so if I can put a bunch of ATGMs, I can shoot him across, right? But yeah, it's pretty tough because I got to cover quite a long front line, and I'm not quite sure where he's going to attack. I mean, I assume it's going to be on Anna, but this kind of surprised me. I didn't really expect him to come over here. I didn't really have anything over here, which is presumably why he did it, right? Because he had that recon helo there, so he knew there was only this here, basically, and this got shot at before, right? It's lost some HP, so... And he knows about the Igla because I shot that as well. So he knows there's not much over here. So he's coming over here. And yeah, taking Anna is sort of reasonably trivial. What you do is you take this, and then you take this. And then they can't reinforce. To be honest, you don't even have to take this. You can just take this. Because if you take this, then you can put an ATGM in here. And then they can't reinforce this way. This is where you put it. They can't reinforce this way. And you already have the ability to cut this road. So then you have to start pathing stuff here and bringing it in, so it's obviously a bit stupid. So I bought an Acacia to try and hit the Conkers, but I didn't hit it from what I remember. And yeah, the Special clear dies pretty quickly. The AT on that isn't great, and you know there's a lot of T-72s there, so it's really just a matter of time. I did have a smoke mortar. I was going to try and smoke that to buy myself some time, but yeah, this is another way to take the zone, right? You can come in over here, and then you know you can just see the whole zone. So I can't get back in here. I mean, I can keep coming down this road, but you can actually see him coming down this road, I suppose. But yeah, I can keep coming down this road. So typically you would take this and then take this, and he's trying to get some Streltsy up here so he can send it around. And now my front line gets that much wider, right? He hasn't actually put... It's interesting, right? Because I've put a lot of points into this, but he's just put 30 points in. So he does have an advantage in units, because if we're both spending our income, then... You know, if he's covering something with 30 points and I'm covering it with 200, then the remaining 170 points are over here somewhere killing me. There's basically one extra tank, sort of. So I'm trying to hit the smoke mortar, right? But we miss a little bit. I mean, he loaded that up pretty fast, right? I think if he hadn't loaded it up, it probably would have died there. And yeah, he's trying to move forwards with the Streltsy, but he can get in here, and I need to start reinforcing this now. But because of the way the roads work... You got to kind of put them here and then drag them over, and this is off-road. So it's a total pain in the neck once they get in here. So this is another valid strat on how to take Anna. So trying to shoot him with my... I get one card of decent T-72s, and that's this one. The other ones are... they've got 15 armor. So these are the same tank, right? But except he gets a gorillion cards of it, and I get one card, so it's a tough gig. So that's why his are at 2 vet, because he can bring so many more than I can. Multiple cards, right? Whereas I only get one card, so it's at 1 vet. But it's next to the CV, so it's at 2 vet. So we're trying to negotiate the Streltsy here, right? He keeps smoking it. Incidentally, he's smoking here, because if I put an ATGM in here, I can shoot down there. I didn't actually think to do that. I just put this here, because I was thinking more he's going to come down here, but he attacked on the right. So now I have to try and clear him out of here. It's sort of a pain. The Streltsy do beat Mott. One Streltsy beats one Mott Schutzen, but the Mott Schutzen are cheaper. So I think the Mott Schutzen are more cost effective because they get LSWs instead of MMGs. The Streltsy used to be 50 points basically. Now they're 55. It's a lot fairer. When they were 50, it was pretty stupid. So, yeah, we got the Acacia. We're trying to kill this guy, but he keeps moving it out and putting it back in. He's got a couple of Acacias up now. I'm surprised he hasn't bought the Prima yet, because, I mean, he gets this cluster thing that can just clear all this out, and then clear all this out, and then clear all this out. But for whatever reason, he's not coming for this. So it is hard for him to... you know, I can keep reinforcing until this is taken, basically, right? As long as this is mine, I can send guys up here and then around. It's obviously a lot worse than just sending it up here, but that's the map. The map sucks, so... It's one of my least favourite maps. So, T-55s at close range are pretty good, but not if they get first shot stunned, because then you can't shoot. But don't worry, I got 2 better and I only get second shot stunned, so... yeah, so he didn't miss there, but it is what it is. The stuns are on an RNG thing. It's an RNG, and then, I mean, I guess he missed that time. So he's smoking up again. He's going to run a bunch more Streltsy in. He's got a bunch of fighters up to try and kill the Helo, so I did notice that, because the Cub gives you air optics, so... I do land this. They take bloody ages to land, but I could see him coming around here because of the Cubs. So you press land right, and then I'm on the ground, so we can't use the missiles anymore. Although that one didn't land fast enough. So we're trying to kill these people, and we get one of them. The other one evacs this way, I suppose, so I don't think we kill this one. Don't know if this guy gets another shot off. Admittedly, I mean, well, I suppose this Cub fired as well, but we did get 3 hits there, which is nice. So the idea now is, well, now I need to put all the AT gems in here as well, right? And then he's finally bought the Prima. This is the big boy tank, right? Because it's got 2,800 meter range AT gems. So there's basically nothing I can do about that on this part of the map. I mean, there's not much I can do about his tanks anyway, because they've got a lot of armor. I can just hit them with ATGMs, but it doesn't really do anything, as you probably noticed. They are alive. But yeah, these two are the same tech. That's the best. I mean, it's true. Mine's Resolute, which is nice to have, actually. As you can see, anything down this road doesn't make it. So this has 3 top armor, and these are very, very far away. So, yeah. This has 3 top armor, but this has 3,000 kilos of ordnance. So this does one-shot any tank in the game. That's something about the T-72s. They get really nice soft stats, because they get 3 top armor, and that's not really factored in the price. So we're trying to shoot him there, and that was a side shot. That's why he died so much, because this was shooting that way and this was shooting that way. And he's finally bought the Prima. As you can see, it's very effective. He has put it in slightly the wrong place, and it is very far away. And so, you know, the circle isn't as small as it could be. But you see, when the rounds actually hit, they do a lot. And yeah, it's just whenever I try and reinforce, they automatically come down this road. So I have to path them here and path them across, path them here, path them across, path them here, path them across. This map's so dumb, but I really hate it. So we get some phalangers, right? Oh, another thing 7th East German has over 31st is that the Air Force is better on 7th East German. You get So 31st gets a better bomber, a better anti-tank plane, because it's got like four side missiles on it and a really nice gun. But 7th East German gets like seed and stuff, which and it gets, you know, that bomber, that the 3 top armor kilo bomber with the 3,000 kilos of bomb. I get that, which is nice. His anti-tank plane is really good, but his regular bomber is kind of cost effective. It is very cost effective, but it's not amazing, if that makes sense. But yeah, I didn't realize that, you know, he could see that. I'm really not sure how he did, frankly. I mean, it must have been this. Yeah, it must have been this. So he's got the arty up and stuff, but I mean, he's playing it wrong. He should just come and take this. And as long as he doesn't do that, I've got a chance. So it was just kind of really weird. I'm not sure why he's doing this, really. If he just comes and takes this, then I can't reinforce this zone. So this is very important. Now, especially now that we've got so many people in here, that we can just keep ATGMing them, right? I mean, obviously he outranges me, yeah, and he can get a recon up to there, and then this can sit back and shoot, but, you know, I can poke out, shoot, go back, poke out, shoot, go back. Just try and delay it. Now, keep in mind that he never tried to contest any of this, so that's another thing he could do, right? Instead of... Because if he takes mid, then he can take Anna, and then he can come over here, and he doesn't even have to take Anna if he takes mid, he can just come over here, and then... You know, I'm stretched out even further because I've got a bunch of guys here now, so surely the play would be to attack over here somewhere, but he's very, very, very intent on hitting Anna from this side. Doesn't seem to want to change that. So we put some guys in here because I came to the conclusion that I've just informed you of, that if he takes this I'm going to lose, but he's not doing that yet. His helos... little bit nicer than mine. I just really like this one. The Phalanger, I do get a coke on one, but it doesn't have the big missiles. The big missiles with the big range, as you can see, are very effective. So I keep trying to hit this, but, I mean, he keeps moving it, and it's just got such ridiculous range. And yeah, the other thing I gotta watch out for is the Prima, right? Prima's just constantly gonna hit me. So that's, you know, another reason to put guys in here, because then they're not here getting hit by the Prima, but that means there's nobody here, right? So yeah, look how fast the missile is as well. It's pretty crazy, very hard to deal with, and yeah, the T-55s do lose to the Straussy, as we've learned today. But if he misses you once, then you can really mess him up, so that's something. So yeah, now he's low cohesion, he's going to miss a lot. And yeah, I just can't kill these things. Like, he's got the recon right up to here. It's very hard for me to do anything. So yeah, does this die? I'm assuming this is going to die here. It's getting hit a lot. So the T-72s get a lot of armor for the price. As you can see, the T-55A did not survive so many hits. But yeah, the general idea is hit him from this side, hit him from this side, hit him from this side, hit him from this side. And as long as he doesn't take this, I can continue to resupply the zone, admittedly in a very retarded way, which is quite open to abuse because there's a big gap here, but he doesn't have anybody there either, right? If he had a tank there or something, then he could shoot them as they come across here. Obviously, you know, I'd do my best to try and kill that with my own tanks here and so on. But we're still on that +2. But yeah, as soon as I reveal, the tanks just kill me. He's just got such an open field advantage, it's pretty horrifying. So I finally got some Iglas up here. It's just getting them here is really difficult, because there's no road bringing them here. Well, there's this one if you want to die. But you got to kind of unload, bring them up to here, drag them through here and unload them. East German trucks aren't that fast. I mean, the US isn't too bad, but the other one... The Soviets have the same problem, admittedly. So yeah, he gets back here. I knew it was there because, well, I watched it walk in, right? I'm not sure who specifically saw it, but, you know, it's in a pretty it's not in cover or anything. I used to have guys here that probably saw it, so I'm trying to arty that. I've only got one Akatsia out. He bought a lot of arty. and like the Prima doesn't have a CV next to it. If the Prima has a CV next to it, then it fires, you know, 30% faster, and he should just be hitting me once every 3 minutes for a full volley. So I was trying to hit this with the ATGM, and it missed, and I got very upset about that, because it would have been nice if that died. So I've got Pioneer Flam, the T-72s are dying to the Streltsy and the enemy T-72s. And, okay, so you can see he can cut this now, so he's sort of clocked, oh yeah, shit, if I take this. So he figured it out. And yeah, so I'm trying to side shot him and so on, right, with my limited reserve of Worcester tanks, but he Primas me here, which forces me to move forwards. And I don't know, everybody seems to be missing here. Nobody's taking any damage. I hit him, finally. Yeah, so it's a very unfortunate situation. I didn't realise he had this here. Like, this is right there and it can't see that. It's right in front of it, I just can't see it. I knew about this one. As you can see, I'm trying to kill it. But yeah, it's a bit of a horror show. The difference in capabilities is really something. If you want to play just like meta, 31st is a really nice div to play. You see it a lot in the tournaments and so on, especially the team tournaments because of the Prima. In 1v1, the Prima isn't as amazing. So yeah, we're shooting each other with, well, admittedly this is that tank, right? He's got a rank of Vet, but I've got the Resolute. So admittedly the Resolute is not as good as a rank of Vet, but it's almost as good. That got side shot because he was coming round this. He was coming round this, so that was a side shot there. And then yeah, he's Primaing me some more, right? He aimed that in the wrong place. You want to aim it just behind the forest, because obviously I'm not going to go forwards, am I? So all these rounds that missed were not great. Akatsia's on the T-70. I can't really afford to lose this. I don't really get enough of these. So yeah, he kept trying to shoot my helos, which, you know, with his AA. So this is an anti-helo plane. It's got 2 racks of missiles, so it's very good against helicopters. The thing is, obviously, the Cubs outrange you, so that's why they're there. But that's why these are here, because I had the Cub there. So they wouldn't be there otherwise. And so now I'm trying to get back in here, but like what? I mean, he can shoot me as I come into my own zone from both angles, and now he's actually in the zone. So it's not ideal either way. I've got an Igla back here helping out. He's trying to clear some of this infantry, but every time there's a gap I get shot, so yeah, I mean the Igla's doing some good work there. And then he comes for this again, right? And the Cubs are here, but one of them's out of ammo. I did land in time. The Strela 10M hit him there. And then I'm getting ATGM, so I have to take off again. But yeah, the deforestation really did a number on this map. And yeah, I got hit by, like, it's this thing, the 2,800 meter range ATGM is really crazy. Anyway, so I smoke the front of it and I run this in, because I know the MTLB is gone. I know it's not dead, because I saw it run away, but I know it's not in there. Or at least I assume it's not in there. No, hang on, this guy would see it, right? And yeah, this guy ends up getting routed, just trying to get in, but we just got to smoke the whole map if we want to get anywhere. But with him actually realising that he should take this now, it gets harder and harder to get back in here. So we smoke him back. You can see this. I'm securing the zone. I bought 2 This was just the one from before. It was here. It got artied a bit. I reversed it, healed it, and sent it back in. This was bought for this purpose, because I didn't expect this to make it. But I'm aware of the fact that, you know, he's going to Prima me, so I got to run away. Anyway, so I noticed he just hadn't put anybody here, and the idea is I really need to kill the Prima, otherwise I'm going to lose the game, because the Prima's just going to fucking kill me, and there's really nothing I can do about it. Sadly, we didn't kill this. It carries 2,000 supplies, so that would have been nice, but 32 rockets isn't enough to kill you know, something full of explosives. Right, this is carrying a bunch of ammunition, but by 32 rockets, I don't know, it must have some blast panels. So, as you can see, we got a problem here. And then he fucking stunned me, which I guess didn't make it. I didn't notice that at the time. So I'm trying to get over here, right? So I'm trying to get to the Primas, but you'll notice where he's put them. He's put them on the side that he's constantly sending all the stuff, so trying to get to him there. We'll pay attention to that. And then the MTLB is back in the same spot, so we can RT that, so that's where that's going. And yeah, this, because, you know, I was just waiting for it to fire, so I knew where it would be. And yeah, we RT'd that. This time we got it. I think I have 2 Acacias now. Yeah, last time I only had 1. My Acacias have a dumb name, but they are Acacias. They're the same thing he has here. But mine are at 1 vet by default, and then I've put a CV next to it to get 2 vet. Anyway, so that, which I spent so long getting round there, he didn't even notice that was there. To my knowledge, it's just he just bought this and he just sent it down. I'm pretty sure he just didn't even know that was there. So that's just like sheer dumb luck, because like everything else is coming down this road, but for whatever reason, this one, which has been sent to here, is coming down that road, so it's a bit unfortunate there. Anyway, we have to smoke the whole map to try and get in, but at this point he's taken this, which means I can't actually reinforce this anymore, so it's obviously very bad. The Jesturkers, yeah, if you get a good rocket salvo off on them, it can be good, but I'm pretty sure what happened there is this smoke blocked me from killing it. I'm not sure what's going on there, frankly. Whoa! And then we both stun each other. I mean, I guess I'm gonna die. I guess it makes sense. Maybe. That was a very strange interaction. Remember to 1-vet your Jester, because incidentally that was vetted. Anyway, these launch from really, really, really far away. So it missed, and that does happen. It does miss. It has 1/3 accuracy. It just lost all its cohesion there. It has 1/3 accuracy, right? And so it's going to miss 2 out of 3 times. But you see how far away it shoots from. You can evac it before it shoots, and it just launches it at the end. But yeah, the Prima really messing me up. So I've now sent 2 more things around the side to try and get it. But yeah, he's not put anybody here. Part of that is the map design is garbage. There used to be 2 zones here, and people would just constantly play down this lane, and we said, please add a zone here and a zone here. And they said, yeah, sure. And they moved the zone that was here to there, and they moved the zone that was here to there. And now we just have the exact same problem on the other lane. So I feel like that was a bit of a misunderstanding. I'm not sure. I guess they didn't really understand why we were asking for the zone over there. The issue has been raised since, but you know, they're like, well, we don't want to just keep changing the same map over and over, and it's like, yes, but so yeah, I'm just going to keep coming back and keep launching this thing at him, because I can fire from so far away, and it misses again. It misses again, because it misses. You know, it's got just over 1/3 accuracy, right? 35%. So it's going to miss a lot, but eventually it's going to hit him. And once you've bought it, as long as it doesn't get wounded, you can do that every 60 seconds. So it's not so bad. But yeah, he's taken this. He's taken this. I mean, he's just bringing up the CV now. And yeah, the Prima is still alive. Sadly, this big 2,000 supply truck was right there, which is not ideal, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess I got lucky. To be honest, it should be closer. If it was up to here, then the dispersion circle will be a lot tighter, but should also have a CV next to it. Something like this. So yeah, he's hitting the T-72s, and like we're still on a +2, because I mean we're not now, but we were, just because like it's inevitable that you're gonna lose this if you're on this side of the map, unless you're against somebody who's like really stupid, which you know is just possible. Anyway, the Prima's fired now. This one just ran out of fuel. Just ran out of fuel there. So this is my last hope to not get Prima'd over and over and over and over again. So I saw the Acacia and I was like, no, I want the Prima. I want the Prima. So I'm fast moving towards the Prima now. But yeah, you can see I've got the CV next to mine. That's what these 40-point CVs are for. Which he does have as well. But yeah, I killed the first one, and he bought the second one to put it here, but It should have been bought a while ago and put next to the Prima. Anyway, so we're on the Prima now, and we got that 50% accuracy, and then I miss, and I'm like, mate, suicide's against my religion. And then I miss again, and I start having second thoughts about that. And then finally I get it. That was a very tense moment for me. I was like, what? I mean, I understand it's got 50% accuracy. And so the chance of it missing twice in a row, I think, is 1 in 4. So it's not actually that low, but I was like, because this one ran out of fuel. So I was very upset about that. But until it killed it, obviously. So yeah, he's got a big wall of T-72s here. His tanks are better than mine. He gets BMP-2s, which are very nice in the open. You can see all the almost dead BMP-2s. If they were BMP-1s, they'd be dead. And this guy's like, yeah, bro, I can hit 100% accuracy, no problem, on all these unarmed trucks. So, like I said, it does even itself out eventually. So we bring the seed out for the cub. We shoot this again. It misses again, so that's 3 misses in a row now. So we're saving up our RNG for later, basically. So the seed kills the cub. And then that was on a fast move order. It might have hit me there, and then it would have killed me, because the Jesterka did 3 damage, so we've got our own cubs and stuff here. This is that MiG-27 bomber. It's a lot better than it used to be, because they improved high-altitude bombers. Like, for the price, it's pretty stupid, but as an instrument, because, like, this one just missed. Do you see what I mean? The other one hit perfectly, but that one just kind of missed. So, for the price, it's pretty crazy. But as objectively, like, not including the price, it's not actually that amazing. So yeah, this guy's just stuck in a really dumb spot. He doesn't kill anything else from what I remember. We arted that T-72B. It had like 1 HP. And yeah, that AT plane, it's missed 3 times now, but you just keep trying. You just keep trying. Anyway, so I figured that he would attack here next, because that's the obvious thing to do, because I've been stacking this up for the past 30 minutes, so attacking here would be a bit dumb. So he should attack over here. So I'm putting things over here. Because, yeah, he's got mid. All he has to do is just leave a couple guys here. And then just swing all these around and just clear all this out. And then he'd be on a +2. No, he'd be on a +4. Because if he takes this, it'll be +2. And if he takes this, it'll be +4. So, yeah, this is still... I mean, it took him a while to kill it. But it wasn't hitting anything. Because it's... Just because of the stealth and stuff, it just can't see him. And then it just ran out of fuel in a really dumb spot. Basically, I shouldn't have given it such a wide angle, because I set it like round there. If I'd done it less wide, it would have had more fuel, and then it would have got in, right? I could have sent it to here, for example. But the idea was to kill the Prima. I mean, we got one of the Acacias as well with the guy at the end before he got blown up, which is a bonus. But the main thing was the Prima, because that's... I mean, it's just like game-ending level disaster having to face that thing on this map. So I'm trying to get back in here, I'm trying to get back in there. I'm not really sure what to do, because, you know, how do I push into a better version of my division? Defending is one thing, but attacking is something else. So I'm stacking this, but I keep having to put guys over here, because I don't know where... Now my front line is this... Which is crazy, right? I've got such a large area of ground to cover, and the helicopters do help with that. But yeah, we can't really get in here. Like, I'm trying to push, but how do I do that? He bought his next 2 cubs, right? Because you get 4 cubs in a card. So do I. That's obviously really dumb. It was much better when there were 3. Cubs are kind of broken, but it is what it is. So we're trying to hit him with the Acacias, but T-72s have 3 top armor. But we have corrected shot here, I'm pretty sure, or at least we're very close. So we kill the infantry next to him, but I'm pretty sure this survives. I can't remember. Yeah, I mean, 3 top armor on T-72s. Like, mine have that as well. Right? Oh, I didn't realize he got... So he gets these as well, which are... I mean, that's just mine again. I'm surprised he brings those. So this is pretty funny, right? He buys 5 of those bombers and bombs all this. He sends the fighter out first so that the cubs hit the fighter, so that the bombers can get through to the target. So that's why he did that. We do kill the fighter, but the point is the bombers. So we get one of the bombers. So yeah, he's got a pretty big armada up here. and most of the bombers get out. I think we killed one. Admittedly, that guy just survived 3 cubs, so, you know, swings and roundabouts. So, I killed one of his smoke mortars, and I'm trying to get some infantry in here, but I was forced to reinforce this. Admittedly, I thought attacking here would be a bit silly of him. I thought he'd go for this. This is the optimum place to attack. But it's working because I assumed he wouldn't do it. So there is that element to it, right? So I've got this infantry here that's not doing anything. Because I thought he'd be coming over here and I'd be fighting for that, basically. So, yeah, we're trying to deal with this. Interesting turning moment there. And, yeah, the Streltsy, they're getting in. The fire is routing my BRM-1K into the fire, so it can die more. So we send this in, right? 35% accuracy, misses again. But that one hits. We did lose one. Oh no, that was the seed. Okay. So we've now, that was like its 4th missile, I think. And we've hit 0 times in 4 missiles. So we're spooling up the RNG. We're spooling it up. We're spooling it up. Sadly, he died. So I guess his friend is coming now. Anyway, the smoke fades because I blew up his smoke mortars with the Acacias, right? So that's very important. And then the T-72 shoots the CV, which he just had running down there. I think if he'd been a bit... Well, admittedly, he has another one here, so... So I'm trying to do stuff, but there's just too much shit here. And yeah, we got the infantry and so on. The helicopters are doing good work because he doesn't actually have any close-range AA in this at all. But yeah, if that smoke hadn't stopped, the CV would have got in. Admittedly, I've got 2 CVs here in case... Well, for when that happens, right? If that happens. But yeah, the power of the blob is pretty big, but without close-range AT, you know, we can slowly pick them off with the phalangers, or hurt them at least. I mean, you know, it's not going to one-shot. And because he wasted all his fighters, right, constantly trying to shoot these things down under the cubs, he can't kill them now when it's important to do so. Anyway, so I came across here, and there was a Conquerors here, so it killed my T-72M, which is kind of bad. I just figured because he's attacking here, I could attack there, but he put this in, which was pretty intelligent. So he gets me there. Big sad. Because it one-shots the side armor of the T-72s. So this thing is back, and the Cubs hit it. Like, that definitely would have died anyway, but that was a crit there. I don't know if you saw that. It was a one-shot kill. I mean, admittedly, they would have just kept shooting. And there were 2 of them. So that definitely would have killed him, but first shot got him there. So he's still coming up. We don't know what to do, really. There's just kind of too many guys here, because I have so many people here, right? I don't think the KDs for me has been too bad. And then that just re-aimed and then fucking died, and I was very upset about that, because I could have side-shot this. And that's the CV, so... I mean, we'll see the KD at the end, right? So he's coming in, he's got his Mega Blob, I'm shooting him, but there's just so much here. And admittedly, as soon as that fired, I should have just retreated it. So the seed plane is up, and I go on those Cubs, and I miss it twice. But the Cubs have used up all their ammo, so now I'm coming back in with this 3 top armor killer bomber, and I kill the CV, right? And you'll notice I've smoked my corner so I can get my CV in. My turret gets stuck, which isn't great. Admittedly, he would have died a few shots later anyway. He might have got one more shot off there, and then have to retreat anyway. So we got the CV in now. He's got his BMP2s around here. Trying to get the helos up, but he's got the Cubs up now, and he's actually bought some close range AA. And so, yeah, we're taking big casualties here. He's finally broken through. I send the SPW round the side to try and shoot the Acacia. I don't know if I get that, or if it just kills me or something. So, we're retreating. My turret got stuck again? Or is that like another turret? Is that like another tank or something? But yeah, the BMP2s, I mean, obviously it's not as retarded as it used to be. No, I did get the Akatsu. It's not as retarded as it used to be, where it's just like, just buy them infinitely and win the game. But obviously later, you know, once you get a few of them, they are very, very, very good. They do beat BMP ones, but they cost more, right? So now he's coming down here. I can definitely see him because I've got all these. But like these guys, imagine if these were here, but I thought he would be attacking over here, so it is what it is, right? He's catching out my CVs. We have a lot of armor, but we are slowly dying. This one, obviously, is not going to make it. And, yeah, I mean, once you get pushed out of here, it's very hard to get back in because there's a big open field. So we're just kind of stuck. Don't really know what to do. So there he is, the T-87, and we come in, right? We come in, we've missed 4 times in a row, and then we hit him. And I shit you not, he was streaming this game. I watched it after we played. I was checked, I was like, oh, he streamed it. So I watched it, and he was like, oh, how did that hit me? It's only got 30% accuracy. So as you can see, it missed 4 times in a row, and then it got it. So it's all about perspective. So yeah, he's taken it, but there's only 3 minutes left. So he does actually need all these other zones now. So I do have people here, right? Because I can't kill the tanks, right? The tanks are better than my tanks. And he gets more of them. So, you know, it's not great. I'm not sure why I landed there. I guess because this was shooting at me, I guess I didn't have much of a choice. But yeah, it's just, yeah, as you can see, the difference in DPS is quite a bit. So he starts coming over here now. And I might as well just speed it up. And so, yeah, he's sending them in, but I have, like, he just drove that straight past this. So these ended up becoming quite useful. This guy, he gets in, I shoot him a bunch of times with this, and then he realizes, oh yeah, he's run out of ammo. Admittedly, this was about to come and kill him, but here we are, and we get him again. Crazy, right? Crazy RNG. Just ignore all the times it misses, and the fact that this guy was about to kill him anyway. And then, yeah, this is the 3 top armor deletion button. Admittedly, you should have got this and right-click that, so I could, you know. So yeah, I send this CV over there, but ultimately there's just not enough time, right? There's not enough time. So, I'm not going to waste your time. I'm not going to type GG and then just go AFK and just leave the game running. I'm not going to do that. So, yeah, we win. So yeah, it was obviously this div is worse than this div. That side of the map is garbage. This is T-Man, rank 11, 125 games this patch. This is me, rank 14, 79 games this patch. So you can still do stuff with 7th. It's still a decent div. It's just that, you know, there are divs that kind of do the same thing but better. Admittedly, 7th has some advantages, and you saw that. I have the better planes, right? And that plane came in clutch there. Well, no, it didn't, actually, because he was about to die anyway. And the one on the right, I didn't actually kill him. So the planes didn't really accomplish anything, but they could have done. And the forward deployment meant that I could take the 2 things on the left, right? And hold on to the mid for quite a bit. And without that, you know, we wouldn't have had the things on the left, and we wouldn't have been on a +2 for 20 minutes or whatever it was, and then we would have lost. So there are advantages to the div. But yeah, if you come up against the Prima, you need to kill that Prima. You need to send stuff around the side and kill that Prima. Anyway, have a lovely day. GG.